Namaskar. Welcome to the sixth episode of the Ultimate Meditation Podcast. In this episode, let's talk about difference between spirituality and religion. Why to choose spirituality over religion? And how is it beneficial for the growth and harmony of the world as we walk this path in unison? Let's dive deep into this topic in detail in this episode. I recommend switching the subtitles on for a better experience and clear understanding. The structure and content of this podcast is kept as simple, meaningful, and relatable as possible. You may pause and replay any part of this podcast as you will. The dictionary meaning of the word spirituality is of, relating to, consisting of, or affecting the spirit, or incorporeal, that is, no material body or form. Spirit is something also referred to as soul, Atma, or the real self. No living being exists without spirit. Anyone who is alive and breathing has that inner consciousness present as the vital life energy. Nobody can deny one's existence, can you? Of course not. Therefore, nobody can deny the existence of spirit, or true inner consciousness, the vital life energy. Since we all have this spirit, we all are naturally spiritual by default. There's no doubt about that, whether we were consciously aware of this fact or not. But it is our reality. So it is safe to conclude that our natural state is spiritual. Now let's also look into the definition of religion. It is a particular system of faith and worship of a supernatural power or powers, especially a god or gods. Here many questions arise. Leaving aside our childhood conditioning and any kind of assumption or imagination, one of the first and obvious questions is, who is God? Or what is this supernatural power? Is it one or many? Why there exist different streams of faith systems or religions? Was one not enough? How is one religion different from another? How are we to live in harmony when everyone has a different faith system and each one boasting their faith to be superior than the others? If you have had enough experience of living in this world, then you know that the people of this world are holding up to different faiths or religions, and they tend to be extremely sensitive and possessive of their own religion. There are over 4,000 religions in this world, of which following are the 7 major religious groups, namely, in the order of the most popular to the least: Christianity, Islam, irreligion, Hinduism, Buddhism, folk religions, and Sikhism. It is believed that there are 330 million gods in Hinduism alone. Over thousands of years of evolution of the civilization, numerous branches within each major religion have cropped up. This indicates that time and again, further subgroups formation started happening within a set of larger group of people following the same faith. Having multiple religions in the world, multiple thoughts, emotions, and understandings has led to division in the world. The religious leaders who were eager to establish such smaller groups of religions were motivated by more power, authority, and dominance. Whereas the spiritual masters such as Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, Shiva, Mahavir, Buddha, Guru Nanak, etc. had no intentions of starting a new ism or religion. They all were enlightened to their true self and lead others to see the same. It is their followers who could not drop this body consciousness got busy in establishing new faith systems in every few hundred years all around the world. Clearly, their motivation was not to seek the real truth, but to pursue their selfish interests of power, money, and sex dominance. And it is no surprise that the masses, being as ignorant as them, became their followers and their new religions kept on flourishing. The history of civilization has witnessed not one or two or 10, but 121 brutal wars fought to establish religious supremacy of one over another. For close to a century, success-ridden West has been looking towards East for peace, especially at countries like India, Nepal, Tibet, etc., and is magnetized to their yogis, mystics, and gurus. However, upon looking closely, it is found that India is largely a melting pot of various religious dogmas, belief systems, pretenses, caste, cultures, and rudimentary rituals and practices, over focusing on the soul-level development that comes with self-knowledge. A handful of great spiritual masters of India have been able to exhibit through their lives the true meaning of being aligned with the Supreme Self. They were not seeking any followership or disciples. Rather, people from far and wide were automatically drawn towards their tranquility, deep wisdom, and happy state of mind. Another striking difference to consider is that religions are strictly based on acquiring knowledge of Vedas, religious books, scriptures, and mythological legends. They are based on recitation of long mantras and chanting of deities' names, performing various worship rituals on various occasions, and offering various goods and services to their favorite deities, which in turn actually goes to the priests, pastors, or imam, the middleman. However, some great spiritual masters like Ramana Maharshi, Ramakrishna Paramhans, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Anand Mahima, Neem Karoli Baba have proved to the humanity that textbook knowledge is not necessary for attaining enlightenment or knowledge of true self. Their knowledge of self was purely based on their personal experience of union with the Supreme Consciousness because of their sincere and ardent wish to know the truth. These scriptures can be used as an aid to gain clarity of thoughts and understanding. However, their knowledge alone is not a means to an end. I would like to sum this up by saying that religion is limiting as it ties you to specific belief system, scriptures, practices, and dogmas, whereas spirituality introduces you to your true fundamental nature, that is peace, and it unites you with the infinite power of the Brahman, aka universe. Secondly, in order for the people of the world to live together in peace and harmony as a unit, a universal approach of expressing faith is necessary, and belief in our own spirit, the self, which no one can deny, fulfills that need very well. In the end, I would like to mention that I favor no particular religion and I disrespect none. At the same time, I am a firm believer of Atma, the self, being the ultimate reality and it has no religion. Atma belongs to no single group or individual, but to every living being and elements of nature in the universe. If you wish to seek further clarity on any part of this podcast, or should you have any other questions, please feel free to write to me in the comment box below. I will be happy to respond. You can also book a 10 minutes one-on-one free consultation with me. Booking longer session is also possible. The information about the form for booking consultation is given in the description box below. For a healthy real-time interaction, I run live Q&A sessions fortnightly on YouTube. The date and time for the same will be announced on my channel's post. I will see you next week with another episode. Till then, please take good care. Goodbye. Namaskar.